Dear student, we'll discuss now binary file handling during file operation. With this, we'll take an example of write a program or a function to write and read time in or from binary file using fstream. So here we need to use the functions to read and write the time into a binary file. So here I'm using the two functions. So in the main, one is a write time function and another one is read time function. So here, as we know that I'm passing the parameter as a value method. So this is called by value method and this is called by reference method with by using pointer method. So before going to that function, read and write function, we'll have some of the read and write function IO functions. Let me discuss about first write the function. So this is the function to access the binary output file by using an object as well as the data type what we are using as OFStream or FStream class. So here in this example or the syntax, we are using an object as OB. So this OB, it is going to be write into a file whichever we are defined it. Similarly, the function read, it is access the binary input function by using an object or the data type as ifstream or fstream class. So here also we are using the object as OB. So in this case, whatever the content from the file, it is taken into an object as OB. So these two functions we are using for read and write the binary function. So as we know that the file mode we can use as an input mode and output mode. We can use the library file as iOS library with in. So what actually it is searches for the file and open it in read mode only, and then we can use the binary input read function to read the object stored in a file. Remember, whenever we are going to read an input binary file, so we are using the mode operation as in mode. So that means that that file has to be only the read mode. So next we can use the iOS as out mode. So here we are using that, that means the searches the file for open it a write mode operation. So here we are using that write function to write the binary output into a file. So let me come to the program, how the file or time has to be read and write in the binary form. So let me define the three variable minutes, hour and seconds as an input as a type of integer. I'm asking the user as hour, minute and second as an input integer form. So I'm calling that function. So this is the calling function. Write time, I'm passing the variable as hour, minute and second. So now we comes to here, it is write time defined here, hour, minute and second copied into a same variable as h, m and s. I define one more formal variable as str as a character array. So I'm using the data type fstream. Remember, I'm using the data type as fstream. It combines the both input and output. Okay, so here we can write operation, we can use the fstream instead of fstream. But if you are using fstream, you need to mention that iOS as output mode. Okay, so here as also you can use as of stream p, that's also we can use. At that time this part is not required. Okay, so here I define the variable p, that is I'm creating an object as p here. So I open that p by using p dot open with the file name as time.txt. The mode of operation is it should be a output mode and as well as binary. Okay, so first I'm checked with that. If that p is not equal to 1, it means that it is not created the file. I'll display that error in creating a file and end with that. So this is the function, so it returns the 0 here once if it is p is not created. Else I need to write the time into a file name as time.txt. So now before writing that format, whatever we send it, that is hour, minute and second, it is in the format of integer that can be transmitted to a file which I opened as time.txt in the form of string. That's what I am defined as one variable str. So that means this variable, it should be copied in some format what I mentioned into the str. So here we are using sprintf function. It is in C++ we are used to write a formatted string. See, this is the formatted string to a character string buffer. So this is what the character string buffer. So it is defined in the C Studio header file or string. Remember, this is the sprint. We are using that format. Let me see that later. If you are not use this, what will happen? We'll check out that later. Okay. So here remember that hour, minute and second. Hour is in the format of %d. Percentage of 2d means it is allocated the 2 space for it. Okay. Colon and percentage 2d minute with the 2 space of the value as %d and colon percentage 2d of second. It is specified the format and copied into the string format. Now this is there in the str. So that has to be write it into a object p. This is what we can use normally. But remember, you are using the binary file, so you supposed to be use that p dot write file function. As I told you that this is the write function, this is the object as str, and it has to be mentioned the size of what we have discussed as write the binary file. This is what the format with the size of object. Okay, so now this is object, it has to be write it into the file p. Once you written, then you need to display that time whatever it is str in the console, okay, has been written into the file what I am written. After written the content hour, minute and second and close that object p. So now it is come back to the read time. So before reading the variable of hour, minute and second, so now we have already we entered the value hour, minute and second, it is there in that. Before reading from the text from the file, okay, that variable I need to be reset. Otherwise it taken the same variable value, it is overwriting. Instead of what I wanted as, I want the value hour, minute and second from the binary file. That is what the reading. That's what I made it as hour, minute and second equal to 0. Here I am using the function read time. So here I am passing an address of hour, minute and second, because after return back to that I need to display in the main also. That's what hour, minute and second I am using as an reference variable. So this is a call by reference with a pointer. Now read time, here is the read time, I am defined it here. So that reference variable, it is copied into the pointer variable as star h, star m and star s. So Once you copied the values pointer variable, so I need a formal variable for assigning it. So I define the same variable h minute and second in different format, because I cannot assign directly the pointer variable. That's what temporary variable I'm using. As well, I know that once that string, that variable, again it is converted back to your another format. That's what I define one more variable str. Same way, f stream I'm using here. If you are using f stream, what is your iOS? That should be input mode. Instead, I can use that as if stream. If stream q, I can use it instead of f stream. At that time, you need not to use iOS as input mode. So that object I'm created as a q dot open I'm written. So that is also in the binary format. I'm checking with that if it is file as existing or not. If it is not, then I can say that error in file opening if the file is not present. Okay, then it return back. Else, same thing, whatever that file it is there, it is in the str. So I taken the temporary variable as an str. From the object q, I put it back to the str. So normally what we did, from that str, I changed to a format. That is what we are using as scanf. So scanf function reads the data from the buffer. What is that buffer is str buffer, and stores the values into the respective variable. So here it stores back to the respective variable of our minute and second as temporary variable, because I cannot use here as star h star m star s. That should be a variable. Okay, so then format as percentage d of space of 2 position, it is allocated for that this variable our minute and second. This thing I'm assigning to the pointer variable. Okay, hour minute and second. So as I told you that this is not at all used for binary file reading. So we supposed to be use that only this function, read function. So q dot read, as I told you that q dot read function, there is an object and size of function. It reads the binary files. Okay, so here q dot read, whatever the object is str I'm created and size of that str. So here extracted the time variable from the q to the str. So here it is checking with if condition. If it is okay, what if the value is true, then only it is happening, otherwise it should be closed. Okay, that's what you can write, or you can directly you can write q dot read. You need not to write the if statement also. If you need not to read the if statement also, you can directly instead of if statement you can write this. So now from the file it is there in the hour minute and second. Indirectly it is also there in the where your pointer variable hour minute and second. Okay, that is there in the hour minute and second. In the console also, once you read the value, it is there HMNS. So that is I supposed to be print that the time is, I give this 2 space there and fill the space as 0 character. First 0 I am filling it, and then I print the H colon 2 space, fill it by 0 minutes colon 2 space, fill it by 0 second, and endl. So this is the program to read and write the time in the binary file, from the binary file. Let me save this file. Okay, so here I am not using the normal way of reading the binary file. Okay, I am using that p dot write function. Let me run this. So enter an hour. Let me hour as 12 minutes and second. So now time is, so how it will be displayed as, see now it is, first it is write operation, it takes as hour, minute and second, 12, 25 and 36. Okay, write it into the time text, it write actually in the binary format, and also if it is error it is displayed the error, otherwise it displays that what you have written here, the time you are written, and the str format you are converted into the hour, minute and second, that is 12, 25, it is in the string format, has been written into the file. This is what written. Okay, let me see that. See my file, it is there in this path desktop cpp where I am written. So this is my desktop cpp. So here the text file is time. So this is the time. So 12:25 it is written into the file now. Okay, let me 12:25 written. This time I need to read and displayed in the console here. I need to read the time here from the file. I need to display it here. So for this case, what we written that function is read time. Okay, here I am taken the hour, minute and pointer variable. Okay, here open that file, from that where you are going to read time.txt, it is in the binary file. Same thing, I'm checking with that if it is open or not, if not, error. So here I'm using that read function, it reads the file through that object as q into the str. Now all the variable from that file, it is there in the str. So that str converted to a in the format by using scanf. So here that object is str, it is converted into a respective format, into a integer variable. That variable, it is assigned to the pointer variable hour, minute and second. Indirectly it return the values to the hour and minute into the main. Now it display that time is, it is similarly with the format. So what format it is printing? The time is, it is along with allocated this two space and filled with the 0. If you not entered a single letter, it's filled with the 0. Let me check with that is also. Hour, minute, second. See now this is, it is filled with the 0. That is what the function we are using here is set fill. Okay, it is filled with the 0 and then with the number, whatever the variable value. Clear? So this is read the binary file and displayed in the console. This is the program. So for using that set W and the set fill, I'm using the IO manager, and also I need to include the fstream for file operation, and some of the object like scene and cout I'm using as IO stream function. So this is the laboratory experiment. Please go ahead with that. Thank you very much. Okay, 1 second. We'll have the modification here. Okay, what modification we can do is, okay, see this is the one write file. I don't want to this write, I can write the same way as we discussed earlier from that uh, str2p. Okay, and similarly what is that, read it. So this is what I don't want it, I can use this read to the str, and also this is, I know I don't want it. Okay, so this also it will be works. So let me save this function, enter an hour. So this is also works. So this is the modification. If you don't want this, we can change over to as we did with the normal way, but this is not used to read or write the binary file. We need to use only the read function and write function to read and write the binary file. This supposed to be right, and the format we supposed to be right as this is the format, read function and write function. Okay, and similarly any other changes we can make. So we supposed to use this only, we should not use that. And okay, we're supposed to use the read operation q. Okay, right. Now if we not use the sprintf, if we not use this format, how it's supposed to be taken right into the str? Okay, we'll see that. Let me run this. See, now the time has written into that file. Okay, so we'll see that what it is written. See, this is actually, it is in the binary form what it is we written. We'll see that how this supposed to refresh it. The file contain name is time. See, this is what the binary is taken as some ASCII values. So it is not in the format. It is converted to a string ASCII equivalent value of what you enter the numbers. So you are entered as 1, 23 and 4. It is taken as a character value and it is displayed here. If you are not taken as in the format, it is not taken in the format. So you are not taken, or a printf you have not used it. So that string what you writing, it is not converted to into string file. Okay, similarly for reading it, where we are using that this one scanf. If you are not did this, what the changes will see, hour, minute, second. See, the time is displaying that it is in the format has been written into the file. Now while reading it 1 2 3, okay, it is not in the actual format, it is taken as ASCII equivalent value. We'll see that the file, see, because it is written properly, while reading it, it is taken as a string value. The string, it is not exactly, it is in the format. So this is actual format. 1 2 3, it is 1 2 3, it is written properly, but while reading the content, the string format, it is not in the exactly format. So scanf function, so here it is reads the data from the buffer and stores the values into the respective variable. What is that format? It is given as %d. It has to be there, then only it is displayed properly. Okay, thank you very much. This is the modification and changes we can do that.